Hi, I'm Caroline. Welcome to FYI NewsByte. Here's what we found for your information this lunchtime. Accused. Police in the UK are to question bosses at the News of the World newspaper. A lawyer for the family of a murdered British schoolgirl has accused the newspaper of hacking into her mobile phone after she went missing, causing her family to believe she might still be alive. 13-year-old Millie Dowler was abducted while heading home from school in Walton-on-Thames in 2002. Her remains were found in woodlands 6 months later by mushroom pickers.
Well, there's no words that could describe how awful this is. Parents were going through the most awful experience for any parent. Is unimaginable, and yet people of the News of the World had no compunction, no fear or anything.
Battling Mother Nature again, Chinese emergency services staged a dramatic rescue of dozens of people stranded on a bridge which had collapsed under the force of surging floodwaters. Floods triggered by days of heavy rain brought down the bridge in the Sichuan province, making it impossible for workers at a nearby plant to get home. The stranded workers eventually fetched a large crane from their plant and used it to successfully lift their remaining colleagues to safety. The court case that's gripped the US is almost at an end, with the fate of Casey Anthony now in the hands of a jury. 25-year-old Anthony is accused of murdering her 2-year-old daughter Kaylee. She's pleaded not guilty. The 7-woman, 5-man jury began deliberations yesterday afternoon, but did not reach a verdict. Her defence team says Kaylee accidentally drowned in the family pool in June 2008, and the death was covered up by Casey and her father George. If convicted, Anthony could receive the death penalty. Like it or not, it looks like Twitter is here to stay for a while. The social networking site says more people are logging on to share their lives. Twitter says its users now post an average of 200 million tweets a day. That means users are collectively writing the equivalent of a 10 million page book every day. US Vice President Joe Biden has become the latest leader to join the Twitterverse. He already has over 6,000 followers. If you want to follow him, his handle is @VP. And proud of you all, that was Barack Obama's message to US troops as he celebrated the 4th of July with a barbecue in the White House.
You represent the latest in a long line of heroes who have served our country with honor and who've made incredible sacrifices to protect the freedoms that we all enjoy.
Meanwhile, Americans from across the country gathered in the capital for the annual 4th of July fireworks display and concert. The fireworks used the US Capitol, the Washington Monument and the Lincoln Memorial as a backdrop. Not too shabby. FYI is interactive. From your opinions to news you think we should be covering, we want to hear it all. FYI is available to you 24/7 online for all the information you need to know. Simply log on to tv3.ie/3e/FYI. Here you'll find the latest stories, video catch-ups, comments and the FYI blog. We're also available to you on Twitter and Facebook. Just log on to the website and hit the social networking shortcuts. Time now for a look at the funniest clips on the web. Here's our top 5. At number 5, it's a dog's life for these two swingers. At number 4, when racing goes really wrong. At number 3, sometimes bodily functions are like buses, they all come at once. At number 2, why taking it out on a board isn't always a good idea. And number 1 today, cooling down on a hot day. Sometimes it's the little things that make you giggle. Tune into FYI later for the newest downloads. We'll have more on the top stories, plus catch up on today's tech news with Cassie, and Paul will be here with all the sport. We'll see you back here at 6, right here on 3E.